Good evening. CVCA would like to thank our friends at Sweet Frog.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 2024 high school football season. It's week 2 of the OHSAA football season, and it's the home opener for the Royals tonight. This is CVCA live streams coverage of CVCA Royals football simulcast tonight on NFHS Network and CVCA live streams YouTube page. My name is Tim Nichols, and as always, we're glad you're joining us tonight wherever you may be. It's a brand new season for the Royals, who opened on the road last week at Streetsboro, and there's a lot that is new, including tonight's opponent. The Lake Catholic Cougars are making their first ever visit to Royal Stadium tonight. The 2024-25 academic year brings with it major changes to the athletic programs at CVCA. After a 23-year run in the Principal's Athletic Conference, the Royals have moved on to the new North Coast Conference. The NCC was formed in May 2023 when CVCA and 6 other religious and parochial schools came together with play in the new conference beginning this fall. Lake Catholic, tonight's opponent, comes to the NCC as well. The Cougars come to the North Coast Conference from the former Crown Conference. And they bring with them former Crown members NDCL and Padua. Elyria Catholic and Holy Name are new members of the NCC as well, coming to the NCC from the Great Lakes Conference. And Beaumont comes to the NCC as an all-girls member. Beaumont School, an all-girls Catholic high school, will be a founding member of the NCC, participating naturally in girls sports competition. They were also a member of the Crown Conference before it was disbanded. When the announcement was made in May of 2023, CVCA Athletic Director Dr. John Young said, "We're thrilled to be joining the North Coast Conference. The member schools of the North Coast Conference are the perfect combination of similar enrollment sizes and similar sports offered. We look forward to establishing new relationships with each of the new schools. CVCA, Holy Name, Padua, and Elyria Catholic will all compete in OHSAA's Division III in football, while Lake Catholic and NDCL will compete in Division IV. But other than Lake Catholic tonight, you won't see the NCC schools on CVCA's schedule this year. Full NCC competition will begin in earnest in all other sports at the start of the year, or it did, as it were. But because football schedules are completed so far in advance, all the NCC schools will play football as independents this year to give the athletic departments at each school time to restructure football schedules to begin the conference play in full in 2025. What it means for CVCA after the opening 3 weeks of this season is one final trip through the PAC, the Principal's Athletic Conference. CVCA will play all the PAC schools one more time, but the PAC school games will be non-conference games this year. The Royals visit Tuslaw for the first time and the final time in Week 4 to start the PAC round robin. But first things first, Lake Catholic is in the house tonight. Both teams had a slot to fill in Week 2 this year, and so tonight's game was scheduled to meet a need for both schools. It just so happens that it'll pit two NCC opponents against each other for the first time. Whatever the result tonight, there'll be no standings kept in football in the North Coast Conference in 2024, since there's no way this year for each of the schools to play each other. You got all that? No worries. There'll be no test. We'll review the new NCC details in time. And, well, we'll review them time and time again throughout the new season. Speaking of the new season, it started off last week as the Royals opened against the Streetsboro Rockets for the second straight year. The game was played at beautiful Quinn Field at Rocket Stadium, but CVCA came up short by a score of 29-21. The Rockets won the battle in the trenches, and they ran behind a pair of linemen named Arthur Scott and Cooper Richmond, who have a combined 9 Division I offers before the start of their junior year. The Royals defense gave up 342 yards on the ground, and the offense was only able to manage 74 yards of total offense before they went to the air in the fourth quarter to try and mount a comeback. The Royals kept it close after leading early 7-6, but never really threatened the Rockets. The final score is 29-21. CVC dropped the season opener for the 5th season in a row, an astounding stat for a program that has won 62 of its games in that time frame. Lake Catholic, well, it won't get any easier tonight for the Royals as the Cougars come into 2024 with aspirations of making it all the way to Canton and playing for a state championship in Division IV. Last week, their march toward history began on the road at Stambaugh Stadium on the campus of Youngstown State University with a visit to Cardinal Mooney. Lake Catholic avenged an opening game loss from 2023 and shut out the Cardinals of Mooney 14-0 last week. It was the first shutout for the Lake Catholic program since the 2020 season, when the Cougars blanked Northwest in the OHSAA Region 13 Regional Semifinal. Lake Catholic held Mooney to 110 yards on the ground and just 73 yards through the air. Tonight's quarterbacks, we'll talk about them here. Both teams boast quarterbacks who can sling the ball downfield despite pedestrian numbers in Week 1. CVCA's Charlie Levac completed 6 of 11 passes, as you see on the screen, a week ago against Streetsboro for 99 yards and 1 touchdown. A year ago, Levac ascended into the starting role in Week 2 and never looked back, passing for 698 yards and 9 touchdowns in the Royals' run-focused offense. He uses his legs too and carried the ball 70 times for 433 yards and another 8 touchdowns a year ago. On the other side of the ball is the Cougars senior Frankie Trinetti. He wears number 12. At 6'3", 185 pounds, he was 11 for 20 for 117 yards and a touchdown pass a week ago, but look at those career numbers. Trinetti enters tonight's game pursuing history. The senior has thrown for 5,242 yards over his career, 3,294 of them just last season alone. 54 touchdown passes for his career. He's just 1 touchdown pass shy of tying the all-time Lake Catholic record for touchdown passes currently held by 1993 graduate Pete Yelovic. With 2 touchdown passes tonight, Trinetti will sit alone atop the Lake Catholic list. With that many passing yards and touchdowns, Trinetti has an arsenal of targets available at his disposal, and you see them on the screen, a pair of them. Starting with 5'11", 185-pound, 3-sport athlete Ace Peterlin. He caught 6 balls for 67 yards a week ago, but he comes into his senior season after having led the team in receptions and yards last season, 77 catches, 1,136 yards and 11 touchdowns. Those reception and receiving yard numbers broke school records set by the legendary Cougar wide receiver Joe Juravicious. You might recognize that name. All he did was go on to a 10-year NFL career with the Giants, the Buccaneers, and the Browns. And then there's Cross Nemo. Somehow, Cardinal Mooney stopped Nemo last week, allowing him to record a single reception, or not to record a single reception, that is. And that may be a first, and probably maybe the last to ever happen. At 6'5", 230, the Lake Catholic tight end announced earlier this year that he'd committed to the University of Minnesota. He had more than 800 yards receiving a year ago and 15 touchdown catches. Nemo goes both ways as well, starting at defensive end, and he'll be a thorn in the Royals' side on both sides of the ball tonight. Senior Patrick Radigan is the other wide receiver in the Cougars' spread offense, and Caden Boyes is a threat in the backfield, or out of the backfield, that is. For CVCA, if they're going to have a chance tonight, they're going to have to get big contributions from their playmakers. On the left is Joey Kopech, the junior, reached the end zone in Week 1, and he had a respectable 5.6 yard average per carry a week ago. Closing in on 1,800 career rushing yards, he sits 12th on the Royals' all-time rushing list, despite not being the featured back in either of his first 2 seasons. His 6'2", 200-pound frame and his work on defense from linebacker, his linebacker spot that is, has earned him multiple MAC offers with looks from Penn State and others as well as he enters his junior season. On the right is 6'3" junior receiver Braden Harris, number 13. He's poised for a breakout campaign this year. Harris caught 4 passes last week, including a 30-yard touchdown grab, and you can expect him to be Charlie Levac's prime target through the air tonight. The Royals return just 1 starter on the offensive line this season. David Grimes returns for his senior year at center. At 6 feet, 270 pounds, he's the largest of the Royals' O-line contingent. Next to him at left guard is Ben Truax. He'll line up at the left guard spot. The junior was in the rotation of the line a year ago, so he comes with some experience. The other guard is a sophomore, number 75, Josiah Newmeyer. And at the tackle spots are junior Eli Brown. He wears number 71 on the left side. And then junior Gabe Couchman, who's 6 feet tall, but just 195 pounds on the right side. It was trial by fire a week ago for this group, and that should continue tonight against the Cougars. Royals have entered the stadium, and you're looking at them in the end zone right now. Fans are filing in. We had thunderstorms roll through here in the 4 and 5 o'clock hours, but the sun is out, and it looks like we're going to have great conditions for football on a Friday night from Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, where CVCA and Lake Catholic are set to tee it up tonight in Week 2. Looking at the Royals record book, we mentioned Joey Kopech before. He's rushed for 1,787 yards. To this point, in his CVCA career, and he's inching closer to the top 10 all-time. Entering tonight's game, needing 65 yards to move into 11th place all-time in career rushing yards.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats.
And we're going to pause right now and turn it over to public address announcer L.T. Newland for a moment of prayer, followed by the national anthem.
Heavenly Father, we give you all the praise this evening, for you are the creator. You are the maker and sustainer of all life, and we pause just for a moment to say thank you as your creation. Thank you for making us. Thank you for not leaving us in the mess of our sin, but sending Jesus to save us. We know that there's no other name under heaven given to men by which we must be saved other than that of Jesus Christ. It's in his name that we pray. It's for him that we play. Amen.
And welcome back to the CVCA Royals Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday night, and that means football.
A good job there on the national anthem for the Royals Marching Band. The Royals about ready to enter the stadium.
Thank you for
Land of the free and home of the Royals, says the banner. CVCA ready for the home opener in 2024. This is Team 29 for CVCA's football program. Before the national anthem and the prayer, we were talking through the Royals record book. So Joey Kopech with a chance to go to 11th place all-time. Senior kicker Calvin Warren, 3 for 3 on PAT attempts last week, and he's in 3rd place all-time in career PATs with 102. Just 3 more, and he'll move into 2nd place all-time, passing Jared Frisman, who kicked for CVCA between 2009 and 2012. Lake Catholic Cougars entering the stadium on the far side of the field. The Cougars from Lake Catholic High School. Lake Catholic making their first ever visit to Royals Stadium. This is the 2nd meeting all time between the two schools. CVCA and Lake Catholic met in a memorable OHSAA playoff game in the 2020 COVID year up in Mentor. And we'll tell you about that in a moment, because right now the Royals are about ready to enter the stadium, and here they come for the first time in 2024, the CVCA Royals. First through the banner is Charlie Levac, the quarterback and junior for the Royals. He'll have a chance to make some history of his own tonight. We were talking about the one and only other meeting between CVCA and Lake Catholic back in 2020. The Royals got out to a 21-7 lead, but Lake Catholic scored the final 28 points of the game, and they advanced, knocking CVCA out of the playoffs. The Lake Catholic Cougars that season went on all the way to the state championship game and finished as state runner-up when a last-second field goal won the championship for their opponent in the state championship final. That was Van Wert. The teams will begin true NCC play as conference opponents, as we alluded to earlier, starting next year in a Week 6 game up at Lake Catholic, who plays their home games at Mentor's JTO Stadium. The head coaches tonight. The Cougars are coached by Marty Gibbons, who's in his 7th year as the head coach at his alma mater. Coming into tonight's game, Gibbons has a record of 27 wins and 28 losses. His father, John Gibbons, coached the Cougars to back-to-back state championships in 1991 and 92. CVCA's head coach is Nick Cook, his 5th season here for the Royals. 20-14 at CVCA, 49-47 overall. A reminder, make sure to follow us on social media at CVCA Livestream. Weather tonight, sunny as it is right now. Game time temperature about 82 degrees. The football is teed up and we're ready to go. Calvin Warren will kick off for CVCA and back deep for Lake Catholic. A pair of kick returners. We'll try and get those numbers in just a moment. The Royals will kick off tonight, and we're underway. It's a short pooch kick. It'll be taken, actually bounced back to one of the return men who dabbles across the 25-yard line to the 26. And the Cougars will have the ball first tonight. We're underway at Royal Stadium. So Lake Catholic and Frankie Trinetti will come on out on offense first. The Cougars run a spread offense. They've got 3 receivers spread out wide. We mentioned a pair of them, Peterlin and Nemo. The other receiver that is in the offense is Patrick Radigan. He wears number 15, and he had the kickoff return for the Cougars. Stoppage is to reset the play clock, which they do, and we are underway. Out of the shotgun, Trinetti will start out first down and 10. A quick pass to the outside is complete, and quickly on the tackle are the Royals. A short gain on that first catch. Nemo, who was shut out last week, gets the first play of the game, a toss to him, and he picks up 2 yards. Second down and 8 for the Cougars. Line of scrimmage is the 29-yard line. And a stoppage. Initially, there's a question on the Royals sideline. And referee is pointing toward the far end zone, the west end zone, where the sun is setting behind us. It's turned into a beautiful evening here at Royal Stadium. Once again, as we said before, big thunderstorms rolled through about 5 o'clock, but all clear right now. We're 1 play into this contest, and the whistle blows, and they'll restart play. Second down and 8 for the Cougars. This time, pair receivers split to the near side. Actually 2 receivers on the top side. Empty backfield. They're going to run it. And across the 35 out to about the 35-yard line is the running back, Boys. And once again, a stoppage. And the line judge coming back over to the Royals sideline. Not quite sure what the issue might be, but they'll restart. It was a pickup of 5 yards on that run play for Boys. Third down and a short 3. Boys will get it again. He's got first down yardage out to the 41-yard line, a pickup of 6 yards, and the first down of the day for the Cougars. The offensive line for the Cougars, Max Barnes, Connor Brew, David Iannini, Nathan Zappatelli, and Cruz Nemo. They've got a sizable advantage in size over the CVCA defensive line. First and 10 from the 46, quick pass. It's complete. On the catch is Cross Nemo. He'll pick up 5 yards on the play, second down and 5.
That's number 9, Cross Nemo, brought down by the Royals, number 5, Nick Schober.
Nick Schober on the tackle for CVCA. Schober scored a touchdown last week for the Royals, his first career touchdown at the varsity level. Second down and 5. Schober also had 8 tackles a week ago. Picks up the first one today for himself. Second and 5. Trinetti looks, he throws deep. He's got a man open down there. The ball is caught and dropped, and they call it incomplete. A favorable situation for the Royals. We'll take a look at the replay. That looked like it could have been a catch and a fumble. Trinetti went deep, and you see the size advantage right there. The Royals' coverage was good, but Nemo could not haul it in. It was not a fumble. He never quite was able to bring it right back, but a shot taken right there by Frankie Trinetti, looking for his big tight end, the Minnesota commit. Nemo 6'5", 230. 3rd down and 5. From the 46-yard line. Trinetti, quick throw outside. It's complete. And broken tackle, 1st down and much more. All the way out to the 38-yard line. A pickup of 16 yards. DJ Sears on the catch for the Cougars, and the Royals had a chance to get off the field but could not make the tackle. Sears just bounced off the potential tackler there, and they go quick. A quick pass hauled in by Peterlin. A pickup of another 5 yards. No huddle. Trinetti has 2 split out to the right side. Single back in the backfield, offset to his right. He'll look to throw once again. Throws, looking over the middle. This one's caught down to the 5-yard line and all the way down to the 2. A pickup of 32 yards. And Ace Peterlin, who broke the records of Joe Juravicius, will trot off the field and give the Cougars 1st down and goal to go from the 3. So a pickup of 31 as they move the ball back. But 1st and goal from the 3-yard line, just under 3 minutes into the contest. Now they'll run out of the stack I formation, pitch it. Boyes has it. He gets to the 1, bounces off one player, fumbles into the end zone, and what is the call going to be? Waiting for a signal. It looks like a touchdown. We'll have to take a look at the replay on that one. It was Jimmy Gibbons, number 6, who had the ball, got hit at the 2-yard line, wiggled forward, and lost it just as he broke the plane of the goal line. Fortunately for the Cougars, it's a touchdown. Unfortunately for the Royals, it's not a touchback. 6-0 Lake Catholic on a 3-yard touchdown run by number 6, Jimmy Gibbons. Out to kick the extra point for Lake Catholic is Harley Forkins. He wears number 80. The snap is down and it's bobbled, and they're going to try and throw to the end zone, and it's incomplete. So a bobbled snap by the holder, who was Ace Peterlin, and the Royals will trail 6-0 at the end with 8:58 to go in the first quarter. First drive results in a touchdown for Lake Catholic. A Jimmy Gibbons 3-yard run set up by a 31-yard pitch and catch to Ace Peterlin from Frankie Trinetti. The Cougars strike first tonight here from Royal Stadium. Once again, you can follow CVCA live stream on social media by searching for the hashtag, the host social media handle, at CVCA Livestream on X, on Instagram, and on Facebook. If you're watching us tonight on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the CVCA Livestream YouTube channel to ensure that you're aware of all future broadcast information. So, 6-0 Lake Catholic on top early. Harley Forkins is back out to take care of the kickoff duties as well. Back deep for the Royals should be number 20, Joey Kopech, and likely number 23, Zach Anderson. Anderson brought one back to the house last week, but it was called back for the only penalty the Royals had in the game last week. They got a block in the back on a kickoff return that would have resulted in a touchdown. So Anderson and Kopech set to return for CVCA. Forkins has the ball teed up. He runs up, and he'll squib it. It'll be taken by an up man who had a knee down, and they'll whistle him dead. Royals will take over 1st down and 10. It was Ryan Weehee on the recovery of that kickoff return, so He had a knee down when he picked it up. They'll spot the ball right there at the CVCA 25-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Royals. Charlie Levac, the quarterback for CVCA, and they'll open up in a spread formation. So we'll see if the Royals open up the offensive attack tonight. Levac starts under center, and they'll run it up the middle on the first play. Gain of about 5 yards. Nice push by the Royals offensive line. 2nd down and 5 for CVCA. Joey Kopech on that first carry. That's a good start for the Royals. 2nd and 5 ahead of the sticks. Royals big underdogs in tonight's game. Again under center, 2 receivers split to the far side, and Levac will take a quick drop and throw. It's complete for a 1st down for CVCA out to the 46-yard line, a pickup of 11 yards. Tommy Kopech, the freshman, the younger brother of Joey Kopech. They'll mark it at the 40-yard line exactly, so 10 yards on that play. 1st down and 10 for the Royals. The first career catch for Tommy Kopech. 1st down and 10 from the 40-yard line of CVCA. Out of the shotgun this time. Levac will run it student body right across the 40, cuts to the outside, being chased down, and he'll pick up 3 yards. He's tackled inbounds by number 33. That was Marty Lonkar. Lonkar led the Cougars in tackles last week at 13 from his linebacker spot. He picks up another one right there. 2nd down and 7 for CVC after the 3-yard gain by the Royals quarterback. Back under center with Kopech behind him. Trips to the far left side for the Royals. Single receiver to the right. Kopech's going to get it on a dive up the middle across the 45, battling for yards close to the 1st down, and he's going to get it at the 50-yard line. Joey Kopech will pick up 7. Check that, give him 8 all the way to the 49-yard line of the Cougars. Here he is. Kopech right up the middle, and the Royals able to move the chains for their 2nd 1st down of this first initial drive of the 1st quarter. From the 49-yard line, first play in Cougar territory tonight out of the shotgun for Levac. He's going to run left side. Levac across the 50, 45, got room, breaks a tackle and falls out of bounds after another 1st down. A good pickup for Levac. He'll pick up 11. He had one man there. It was Ace Peterlin who perhaps stopped a potential big play, as it was 11 yards on the play for the CVCA junior quarterback on the run. 6-0, Lake Catholic leads. They drove the length of the field in their first drive for a touchdown. Jimmy Gibbons from 3 yards out. Royals trying to answer. Under center is Levac. Going to hand it once again. Kopech across the 35. Down to about the 33. He'll pick up 5. 2nd and 5 for the Royals. Royals break the huddle for the 2nd down and 5 play. Levac under center again. He's got a pair of receivers to the near side rather, and he's going to roll that way. Looking to throw, and it's high and incomplete. Levac was looking for number 5 on the pass play, Nick Schober. So it's 3rd down. 3rd and 5 for CVCA. And they break the huddle. Big play right here, as you imagine the Royals have to keep pace with the Cougars tonight. Out of the shotgun, Levac's going to keep it himself. Run to the right, looking for some blocking. Gets to the 30, and he's taken down at the 29-yard line. He's going to be a yard short. He picked up 4. It'll be 4th and 1 for the Royals. And now decision time. From this spot, it's a 46-yard field goal. You've got to imagine head coach Nick Cook is going to keep the offense on the field for CVCA. The Royals were 1 for 1 on 4th down last week. They'll go for it here on 4th and 1 from the 29-yard line as we wind down under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. T formation for CVCA in their short yardage package. Under center is Levac. He'll hand off, and the Royals will get that first down. A big gain on 4th and 1 all the way down to the 21-yard line, a pickup of 8 yards. And it was Wesley Keeler on the carry, getting his first carry of the night. 1st and 10. 7 yards on that play for Keeler. So they move it back to the 22-yard line, but more than enough for the first down. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line of CVCA. Again, same formation. This time, Schober has it. He's going to cut across the 20 and down close to the 15-yard line. They'll mark it at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 6 for number 5, Nick Schober.
For the Royals, number 5, Nick Schober. Picked up number 14,
Pete Melcheski on the tackle for Lake Catholic on that play. Familiar name for Lake Catholic fans, Melcheski. We talked about their run to the 2020 state championship in Division 4 a few years back. Quick pass to Joey Kopech. He looks for a couple of blocks, cuts back, short gain.
Number 20, Joey Kopech.
They'll give him 3 yards on that pass play to Kopech. On 3rd down, the Royals go up the middle, and it looks like they're going to be short just a little bit. It'll be another 4th down for CVCA.
Here for the Royals, number 20, junior Joey
Kopech gains 1 on that 3rd down play, and we'll see what the Royals' plan is here again. Charlie Levac stays on the field. The Royals will go for the 2nd time on this drive. Fourth down and 1 for CVCA from the 13-yard line. Single back in the backfield. Levac will hand it, and it's going to be close. It'll depend on the spot. Lake Catholic thinks they've stopped it. Levac coming over looking like he thinks he's got the first down. And it is a first down for CVCA. Or is it? Clock stops, and maybe we'll have a measurement right here. It looks like we will. Looks like Wesley Keeler carried it on that play. So, a measurement. Here's the replay. And it was 6. Keeler fighting for the first down yardage. A big play here in the first quarter. 3:22 remaining. Royals driving, trying to equalize here. And they'll stretch out the chains to see if the drive will continue. Keeler was hit behind the line of scrimmage. They stretch it out. It's very close. And it's short. Lake Catholic will take over by the nose of the football. A huge defensive stop right there for the Cougars. The Royals with a good drive, but all for naught from the 25 all the way down to the 12-yard line. And Lake Catholic with a 6-0 lead will take over. Turnover on downs for CVCA, 1 for 2 on 4th down, and the Cougars will go back out on offense. A gut punch of a play right there for CVCA. Needed a yard, they got about 34 inches. 1st and 10, Cougars, a pair of receivers to the near side. Trinetti out of the shotgun, they're gonna run it, and they're gonna run it with a different running back this time. It's number 22 on the play. Actually, it is Caden Boyes. He's the starter. And Boyes picked up 7 yards. Make it 8 yards. 2nd down and 2. Draylon Price in there on the tackle for the Royals. They'll spot the ball right on the 20-yard line after that 8-yard pickup by Boyes. And the Cougars have a 2nd down and 2. High snap, Trinity hauls it down, hands to Boys again. He's tackled behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 1 for Boys. 3rd down and 3. Wesley Keeler there. That play was, timing was off on it from the get-go with the high snap. 3rd down, the Royals trying to get off the field. They had a couple chances to get off the field in the first drive, but could not make open field tackles. 3rd and 3. Trinity will operate out of the shotgun once again. Peterlin in motion. He'll drop back. Big rush on him. Trinity fumbles. The ball is on the ground. The Royals pick it up, and they're going to call an incomplete pass. Oh, my goodness. The Royals will have a chance to return a punt, but they lost a chance there to score a touchdown. Let's watch the replay. Here's the replay. Trinity dropped back. Draylon Price got right in there on him. And my goodness, that was a fumble. That is a fumble and should have been 6 points for CVCA. The Cougars get a huge break right there as the referees botch the call. And it will be a punt for Lake Catholic. Royals fans not pleased with that outcome. The punt is fielded at the 38-yard line, fumbled by the Royals. Levac has it, and Levac dancing, breaks to the outside, still going on his feet across the 50 and down to the 47-yard line. Charlie Levac fielding the punt from the senior Patrick Radigan of the Cougars. Royals will get the ball, so they get a chance to go back on an offense, but a huge opportunity or break right there for the Cougars on the Trinity incomplete pass. That was actually a fumble on the replay. So the Royals get their first stop of the day, a 3-and-out for the Cougars, and they will start their second drive of the day in Lake Catholic territory at the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 Royals. Out of the shotgun is Charlie Levac. He'll drop back to pass, looks, and the ball is tipped up, and it'll be intercepted. So Lake Catholic will go right back out on offense. First turnover of the game as the line was able to tip that one. Goes in favor of Lake Catholic. And it was number 50 for Lake Catholic who hauled it, Luke Joy. First turnover of the season for the Royals, the first takeaway for Lake Catholic. And the Cougars have 1st down and 10 from their own 42-yard line. So that missed call on the Trinity fumble, which was ruled an incomplete pass, even bigger now as Lake Catholic takes over once again, and the Royals still not on the scoreboard. Sometimes you got to make your own breaks, and right now the Royals not able to do that. 1st and 10, Lake Catholic. Frankie Trinity back out of the shotgun. He'll have a pair of receivers to his left on the near side of our screen. Single receiver top side, offset, running back. Trinity will look, drop, throw. He goes long. He's got a man wide open out there. Caught, and Peterlin is going to waltz into the end zone. A 58-yard touchdown pass. One play, 58 yards, touchdown, Lake Catholic. All the time in the world, and Frankie Trinity knows what to do with it. And Ace Peterlin just got out and beyond the coverage of the Royals. Another touchdown for Peterlin, and with that touchdown pass, Frankie Trinity is now tied on the all-time touchdown passing list at Lake Catholic High School. One away from going on top, all alone on that list. 55 in his career now. Left hash mark, and it looks like the Cougars will go for 2 after botching the initial extra point attempt. So they'll spot it on the left hash. Trinity will operate with Boys to his left. Pair of receivers on either side. 2 tight ends in the formation. Out of the shotgun, Trinity, high snap again, looks to throw, rolls to his right, throws across the middle. It's intercepted by CVCA, and the point after touchdown 2-point attempt is no good. So with 1:30 to go in the first quarter, the score is Lake Catholic 12, CVCA nothing. Replay. Nice job by the Royals defense right there. Ball was picked off by number 7, Nathan Cook, son, a junior of head coach Nick Cook.
Peterland's 58 or 55?
So 12-0 Lake Catholic. As we have a break, we'll pause. We'll pick up the break afterwards. We'll talk about one of our Royals Power Meal sponsors, but the Lake Catholic kicking team coming out of the field once again, and another chance for Harley Forkins. Forkins, the senior, 5'10", 160, will tee the ball up on the 40-yard line. And Kopech and Anderson, I believe, heading back to return once again for CVCA. They'll park themselves on their own 5-yard line. It's a big night here at Royal Stadium, Teacher Appreciation Night. Forkins has got the ball teed up and ready to go. He'll run up, and he's going to squib it toward Ryan Weehee again. He'll field it this time from the 24, and he'll get a return. A short one across the 35 and taken out of bounds at the 36-yard line. And the Royals will set up 1st and 10 once again, down 2 scores now. We're saying it's a big night here at Royal Stadium, the opening football game of the season. It is Teacher Appreciation Night. You may see some of these shots in the end zone where the Cougars have scored the last 2 touchdowns, a big tent. That'll be there all season. Big events every Friday night for home games here. Teacher Appreciation Night, and teachers getting a big welcome and thank you for their work here at CVCA and the end zone with the festivities happening there tonight. Shotgun formation for the Royals as they start 1st and 10. A fake pitch, and Charlie Levac is under big pressure and duress. He's going to be hauled down by a host of Cougars. It'll be a loss on the 1st down play. Levac will lose 2 yards, so 2nd down and 12. That play was very successful a year ago against teams from the Principal's Athletic Conference. Levac scored a touchdown and another big play on that fake pitch, but the Cougars had it completely covered, and he lost 2 on that play. So 2nd and 12 out of the shotgun. Royals trying to respond. Quick pass play, and it's low and incomplete, intended for number 7, Nathan Cook, out on the pass platter. So 3rd and long for the Royals. They had a very good first drive. It stalled on a 4th and 1 play where they came up 2 inches short. The first play of the second drive was a tipped pass interception, and a single play later, a 58-yard touchdown pass from Frankie Trinetti to Ace Peterlin. And here's the Royals' 3rd drive with a big 3rd down and long. 42 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Levac will pass, it's thrown, and it's picked off again. More trouble for the Royals, intercepted by number 6. That is Jimmy Gibbons. He returns it all the way back down to the 24-yard line, and the Cougars are in business again. So Charlie Levac with his 2nd interception of the night. Looked like he was throwing it perhaps between a pair of Royals receivers or just underthrown, and Gibbons playing center field. Returned it down to the 25, and it's 1st down and 10 for the Cougars again, up 12-0 and looking for more here at Royal Stadium. So Trinetti back out on the field, the senior quarterback, directing traffic. A sweep play to the near side. Peterlin will trot out of bounds. Good gain on that play for Ace Peterlin. A run play. And he's going to get 10. 1st down and 10 down to the 15-yard line. Back into the red zone. Clock stopped as Peterlin ran out of bounds with 26.9 seconds. Royals could use a turnover right here. Pitch play. And a tackle for loss if the Royals can wrap up, and they do. Nice play right there, wrapping up number 24, Michael Valentino. Wesley Keeler was there, and Valentino will lose 5 yards. And the clock's going to wind down. That may be the final play of the first quarter. Lake Catholic in no hurry, and it will be the final play of the first quarter. So we go to the end of one period. The score, Lake Catholic 12 and CVCA nothing. So as we reach the first break, we'd like to let you know a little bit about CVCA Livestream. And we thank you for tuning in tonight, and for some of you for tuning in for the past 4 years. We're excited as we embark on the 5th season of CVCA Livestream, professional production with 100% volunteer staffing. CVCA Livestream began as an idea about how to get CVCA sporting events into your living room during COVID, and we've done about 150 broadcasts since. It's been a fully volunteer gig from the start, but with a budget of about $5,000 a year to make it happen, fully absorbed by the folks that are putting on the production. We've never taken a dime, but for the first time, we're asking you to support CVCA Livestream by giving directly to support our broadcasts through CVCA's giving interface. Go to the website on the screen or scan the QR code, which is up on the screen. Your gifts are tax deductible and go directly to supporting the live stream production. Just be sure to reference CVCA Livestream in the comments section when you give. We thank you for watching, and we thank you for supporting CVCA Livestream. All right, we're going to try and debut a new feature right here. We've got some first quarter stats we hope to put up on the screen. We'll see if we can get them up and running. There they are. 12-0 at the start of the second quarter. Total yards 148 for Lake Catholic, 62 for CVCA. Lake Catholic 117 yards passing, the big one, the 58-yard strike to Ace Peterlin, and 2 CVCA turnovers. Those are the stats at the end of the first quarter, or the start of the second. Second down at 15, a quick pass to Peterlin. Peterlin across the 10, down inside to about the 7-yard line. A pickup of about 8 yards. Actually, it was number 6 on the catch, Jimmy Gibbons. Nathan Cook on the tackle, 3rd down and 2. A big play for the Royals defense to try and keep the Cougars from converting a first down and keep them out of the end zone here. Down 2 scores, a field goal would keep it a 2-score game. 3rd and 2. Trinetti out of the shotgun with a pair of receivers to his right, a single receiver to the left. Back to his back, and it's handed off Gibbons, who scored the first time, is close to scoring a second time. He'll be taken down to the 1-yard line. He'll pick up 6 yards on the play. First down and goal to go for the Cougars. Looking for more, already up 12-0. Joey Kopech and Draylon Price on the tackle, but it's first and goal to go from the 1. From the 1-yard line, out of the stack eye, under center, and a handoff. Actually, they'll keep it, and a touchdown. And that was George Sepegi, number 3, on the touchdown run for the Lake Catholic Cougars. Touchdown Cougars, it's 18-0, early second quarter. Number 3, the senior, normally a running back, George Sepegi, with a touchdown run, and the Cougars get their 3rd touchdown of the first half. They'll try and kick it again. Harley Forkins is out. The long snapper on kicks is Carter Jacobs, a junior, and the holder is Peterlin. This time the snap is down and the kick is up through the uprights. It is good with 10 minutes and 42 seconds to go in the first half. It's Lake Catholic 19 and CVCA nothing. 19-0 Lake Catholic. As we have a quick break here, we're going to talk about the Royals Power Meal program and say thank you to one of our Power Meal sponsors. The Power Meal program continues with Team 29, with a local restaurant providing the Royals with a meal on the day before the game. This week, the Power Meal sponsor is Wing Warehouse, just down the road from CVCA at 4165 Cuyahoga Lake Road. Wing Warehouse is a family sports bar and grill with great food and drinks and the best entertainment around. Did we mention the wings? With a large selection of wing sauces, your taste buds will be booming. There's something for everyone at Wing Warehouse, so stop on down this weekend to Wing Warehouse in Cuyahoga Falls. And when you do, be sure to thank them for their support of the Royals football program and the Royals Power Meal program. Harley Forkins back out to kick off once again. 19-0, 3 Cougars touchdowns, 2 Royals turnovers. And the Cougars capitalizing on the short field a pair of times. Once with a quick strike score, 58 yards to Ace Peterlin, the second time on a 25-yard drive. And Forkins put a boot into it. This one bounces, and it's going to go toward Weehee again. He'll take it at the 27-yard line, across the 35, and down at the 40-yard line. Ryan Weehee has been busy on kickoff returns tonight. So the Royals down 3 scores. Moved the ball well on that first drive. It's been not so good on the second 2 drives. And they'll see if they can do something again with the ball here. Now with a 19-point deficit. First and 10, CVCA from their own 40-yard line. Handoff to Kopech, nothing going there. Barely got back to the line of scrimmage as the Royals ran out of the T formation. We'll see if they give Kopech the line. And they do, no gain. Second down, actually they'll give him a gain of 1, which is generous. Second down and 9. Same formation for the Royals. Getting conservative after a pair of interceptions, and a nice gain right there. Nick Schober picks up 8 yards. Here's the replay of Schober. Good blocking there to open up a hole for Schober. A couple yards after contact, and once again the Royals 3rd down and short. 3rd and 1. Levac runs to the sideline, then heads back to the huddle. From their own 49-yard line, the Royals set up. Single back in the backfield formation this time. Pair of receivers to each side. They'll go right up the middle, first down CVCA. They needed 1, they got 4. And it's Schober once again. So the Royals move the chains. Clock winds with 9:15 to go here in the first quarter. First and 10, CVCA from the Lake Catholic Cougar 47-yard line. Back into the tee. Off the left side, and nothing going right there. The Cougars' defensive front with a tackle for a loss. Schober. Luke Joy was in there first. They'll give Schober the line of scrimmage, so no gain. Second down and 10. Actually, they'll give it a loss of 1. Second and 11 from the 48. Levac's going to roll. He's under pressure, throws long. He's got a man out there, but it's going to be picked for the 3rd interception of the first half by Charlie Levac, who's having a nightmare of a first half. Flags are down, but they're after the play. That was underthrown off the back foot, and with the 2nd interception of the night, playing center field was Ace Peterlin. The flags are down. So a 10-yard holding penalty for holding after the return being marched off against the Cougars, but they're going to have the ball once again on offense. That is the first penalty of the game, I believe, against either team. And so the spot of the ball will be the 17-yard line with 8 minutes and 11 seconds to go. First and 10 Cougars. Frankie Trinetti back out on the field in the shotgun formation. He'll hand off. It's a good run across, or almost to the 25-yard line. A pickup of 7, well, make it 6 yards. They spotted at the 24 after they unpiled the players. It's Boys on the carry. Caden Boys.
Penalty was on Lake Catholic.
Ryan Weehee on the tackle.
Who had the run?
Second down and 3 yards. They give Boys 7. They give them all the way to the 25-yard line. So pickup of 7 for Boys. Back out of the shotgun is Trinetti. Pitch play to Boys. Tiptoes across the 25, close to the first down yard marker, and he'll have it, a pickup of 3. That's exactly what he needed. The chains are moved. It's first and 10, Cougars once again. All Lake Catholic in this first half. They scored in their opening drive, drove right down the field. CVCA had a good drive in response, but failed to convert on a 4th down and 1, short by about 2 inches on the 12-yard line. Lake Catholic was forced to punt, but the first of 3 interceptions for Charlie Levac ensued, and the Cougars have capitalized on all of them. Right now, first and 10, Trinetti rolls to his right, throws, and incomplete, and knocked out of bounds was Peterlin. So it's second down and 10 after the incomplete pass from Trinetti.
Passing complete to tackle number 5, Ace Peterlin.
Second down and 10. The Cougars will huddle. So far tonight, Trinetti 7 of 10 for 125 yards passing. Second and 10 out of the shotgun. Man in motion to the near side. Trinetti will look to throw again. Big rush screenplay is set up, and it's complete. Could go for some big yardage, but a nice tackle right there on the running back coming out of the backfield, Caden Boys, who made the reception. Boys will pick up 6 yards in that screenplay, a 6-yard pass play. Third down and 4. From the 34-yard line of the Cougars. Royals have stopped the Cougars only once tonight. Can they do it again on 3rd and 4? And we have a false start, it looks like. We'll see which team they will flag, and it will be a false start 5 yards on Lake Catholic. It was the left tackle who jumped. And so 3rd and 4 becomes 3rd and 9. We'll see if the Royals decide to pin their ears back and try and get to Trinetti here on the 3rd and 9 play. 5:55 to go. Clock winds once again. Lake Catholic leads 19-0. Trinetti rolls to his right. He's got time. Looks, surveys, throws long, and wide open as the Royals defensive back fell down, and that'll set the record for Frankie Trinetti. A touchdown pass of 71 yards to Ace Peterlin. He may never have an easier one. With that pass, Frankie Trinetti becomes the all-time passing touchdown leader in Lake Catholic Cougars history. Here's the replay. And it was the Royals' Kyron Fikes Actually, it was not Kyron Fikes. It was another defensive back for the Royals who fell down. Number 5, Schober, I think it was. And Peterlin, the other number 5, waltzed into the end zone for the 4th touchdown tonight. 71 yards through the air. And the Cougars are pouring on the Royals. It's 25-0 here with 5:32 to go in the first half. Harley Forkins back out. Peterlin barely broke a sweat on that 71-yard touchdown reception, is the holder. He'll kneel down on the 10-yard line. And Forkins puts a boot into it. It's through the uprights and good with 5 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the first half. It's Lake Catholic 26 and CVCA nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank our platinum sponsors of the Royals. Special thanks.
As we have another break in the action as Lake Catholic gets set to kick off once again, we'd like to thank our friends at MediaNet AV, empowering your vision, advanced technology, exceptional service. Unleash the power of your ideas with MediaNet AV. We blend cutting-edge technology and superior service to create custom audiovisual solutions tailored for you. For more information, contact Zach and the team at 330-656-5205 or visit them online at MediaNetAV.com. Thank you to our friends at MediaNet, who got us off the ground in 2020, and we haven't stopped since. CVCA live stream coverage coming to you tonight from Royal Stadium, Lake Catholic and CVCA. It's been all Cougars in the first half. A pair of long touchdown passes to set the record for Frankie Trinetti to ace Peterlin tonight. It's the all-time passing touchdown leader now at Lake Catholic on his own. Touchdown pass number 56 of his career, and a pair of touchdown runs, one by Jimmy Gibbons and the second one by George Sepeggi. The Cougars are all up on the CVCA Royals 26-0, and at this point, Royals just trying to get unchecked on offense. 3 straight turnovers on 3 straight drives. This time they'll kick it deep all the way into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Forkins has kicked short. 3 kickoff returns for Ryan Weehee. This time he boots it into the end zone, touchback, and the Royals will take over first down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Next week, the Royals will be on the road at Woodridge. You see our out-of-town scores scrolling across the screen. West Branch up 19-0 on the Woodridge Bulldogs. So after a tough first couple of weeks against Streetsboro and against Lake Catholic, frankly, we knew the Royals would be underdogs in both games. Schedule lightens up a little bit next week on the road at Woodridge in the crosstown rival matchup against the Woodridge Bulldogs. Here, it's first and 10 CVCA from their own 20-yard line. Out of the shotgun is Levac. He's going to run student body right across the 20, looking to get cut up the field. Hauled down, but a gain of 5, maybe 6. They'll give him 6 yards on first and 10. Charlie Levac. Good first down play for the Royals. Second down and 4 for CVCA, winding down to 5:13 to go here. The first half dominated by the Cougars. Second and 4. Levac, quick pass. Upfield goes the receiver. First down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6. Wesley Keeler on the reception for the Royals. Nice job to cut upfield, find the hole, and gain the first down for Keeler. Junior, 6 foot, 185 pounds. Out of his running back spot. Back to the T formation for the Royals. Clock at 4:28. They'll run it. Left side, good hole. And across the 40 to the 41-yard line is Keeler once again. Whistles blow and a stoppage because number 52 for Lake Catholic, that's Ray Troje, lost his lid. Without a helmet, he'll have to retreat to the sideline for at least one play. And they'll restart the clock with 4:17 to go. It was a pickup of 8 yards in that play. 2nd and 2. This time it's Kopech. Kopech burrows forward. He's close to a first down. He's going to have it. He needed 2. He got 3 for Joey Kopech. 1st and 10 CVCA.
On the carry for the Royals, number 20, Joey Kopech. That's good for another Royals first down.
Looks like Keeler gets a breather as he comes to the sideline. Royals will split a pair of receivers out to either side. Under center is Levac this time. Right up the gut. A good run for the Royals to midfield. A gain of 6 yards. Zach Anderson on the carry. Anderson, a sophomore. Mentioned last week he took one to the house on a kickoff return, but it's called back by holding, or a block at the back rather. Anderson is a breath of fresh air as a sophomore. He's got a big future in front of him. Right now, Royals have 2nd down and 4 from midfield. Levac will run it himself, tiptoes across the 50, close to the first down. And they're going to blow the whistle. He'll have it 1st and 10 for Charlie Levac, a 4-yard gain, and they'll move the chains. 3 minutes exactly to go with the clock running here in the first half. Royals trying to get on the board, but this is not a Royals team that's built to go fast. They look to the sideline for the call. Clock continues to run. Royals and Cougars have their full allotment of 3 timeouts. Play clock is not on. Perhaps being kept on the field. Meanwhile, the Royals have just wasted 30 seconds. More than 30 seconds by the time they snap this ball. Down 4 touchdowns. And they'll run it. And they'll get nothing. It'll be a loss. And that took 40 seconds when you're down 4 touchdowns to get no gain. Ryan Weehee carried that ball for CVCA. 2nd down and 10. And the Royals huddle once again. Under 2 minutes to go. Out of the shotgun on 2nd and 10. Levac will throw again. It's been a rough night. He throws a short pass. It's dropped, and a penalty flag is down. We'll wait for the call. It's in the Royals' backfield. That's usually holding. And it will be. Holding against CVCA. Royals' first penalty of the game. And if it's accepted, it'll be a 10-yard mark-off against the Royals. Minute 47 to go. Head coach Marty Gibbons doesn't have to think twice. He's going to take this penalty. 2nd and 20. It will be for CVCA as they mark off 10 yards. All the way back to the Royals' 44-yard line. The Royals are trying to set up a screen pass right there. Now it's 2nd and 20. They need to get all the way down to the 36-yard line of the Cougars to move the chains. Levac will look to throw. Throws, and this is complete and out of bounds. First catch of the night for number 10, Dongino Bickley. It's a pickup of, well, check that. There's another flag in the backfield. It's a personal foul, roughing the passer against Lake Catholic. So the Royals will likely take the penalty and take the pass play off the boards. So for a moment, Bickley had his first catch of the game, but it'll come off the boards. It's a 15-yard penalty against Lake Catholic. They'll replay the down, and it'll become 2nd down and 5. It should become 2nd down and 5. There seems to be some discussion about where the placement of the ball should be. Halftime's coming up. We've got a good halftime for you. The Science 330 halftime show. To see both bands tonight. The return of the CVCA marching band after a 2-year absence. So they'll be out to perform for us. We'll have some of our normal features about looking at the CVCA athletic programs and what the other sporting teams are doing at CVCA. And we'll bring back this day in Royals history one more time. There may be a second penalty as they're marking off. It was 2nd and 20, and they're marking the penalty off from the 40-yard line. It looks like 30 yards in penalties right there for Lake Catholic.
1st and 10 for the Royals.
So it's not sure what the call was, but we're going to assume 2 15-yard penalties. So 2 penalties, 30 yards, and the Royals move all the way up to the 30-yard line. That's one way to move down the field. So 1st and 10 CVCA from the 30. Out of the shotgun, Levac will roll to his left. He wants to keep it. He's under big pressure. Scampering to the outside. He's going to go out of bounds. He won't gain much. He actually might lose a couple yards. Minute 34.
Number 2, Junior Charlie Levac.
And they'll spot him at the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1 on that carry for Levac. A minute 34. Lake Catholic shut Cardinal Mooney out last week 14-0. Right now they've got a goose egg on the board for CVCA, the defense with 5 straight quarters scoreless, looking to try and make it 6 if they can keep CVCA off the board here. 2nd and 11, they'll blitz. Levac quick pass and flags fly, and it's a 5-yard false start penalty against CVCA, so the Royals now going backwards. It'll be 2nd down and 16 yards after the march off of the penalty. The Cougars were bringing the house on the right side on that play.
I haven't been recording negative yards.
All right, 2nd and 16 for the Royals. From the 36, Levac to his right, throws, quick pass play is complete. I believe it's Kopech out in the flat, and he's tackled quickly. It's going to be 3rd down and 10, rather 3rd and 12 after a short gain of 4. The clock continues to wind. The Royals still have their 3 timeouts, and they're still huddling with a minute and 15 to go. Levac on the sideline as they discuss the next play. The clock winds down to a minute. The Royals absolutely in no hurry, down 4 scores. And not taking any timeouts either. This defies conventional wisdom from a football standpoint. And perhaps the plan there on 3rd down and 12 was to take as much time off the clock in case the Royals don't convert before the timeout was called, to limit Lake Catholic's opportunity once again. So timeout CVCA with 43.1 seconds to go in the first half.
Sign up for a campus visit at malone.edu.
So 3rd down and 12 when we return to action after the Royals timeout. CVCA looking to try and convert and move the sticks and keep the drive going. They are outside of field goal range. Field goal would be window dressing at this point with 4 Lake Catholic touchdowns here in the first half. But it would make the Royals feel good. They are scheduled to get the second half kickoff as well. So if you're thinking along those lines, score and score again and try and get back in the game. 3rd down and 12, they've got to convert right here and try and move the chains. Levac under pressure will break out, and he's going to be hauled down after a short gain. He'll pick up maybe 3 yards. Check that, make it 2. It's going to be 4th and 10. The clock continues to wind, and Levac comes back to the sideline. And at this point, if they do run another play, you've got to imagine he'll throw it into the end zone. And I think that's what the plan is. Wind it down to Almost no time left, and throw a Hail Mary and see what can come of it. So once again at halftime, we'll hear from both bands. We'll take a look at the out-of-town scores. And the Royals call timeout with 1.4 seconds to go. We'll take a look at the CVCA athletic highlights from the first part of the school year. We'll go over Royals at the next level and take a look at this day in Royals history. And perhaps, just perhaps, we might have a few highlights for you as well. They're mostly highlights of the Lake Catholic Cougars tonight, who have had an outstanding first half, where Frankie Trinetti has become the all-time leading passing touchdown thrower in Lake Catholic Cougars history with a pair of long touchdown tosses to Ace Peterlin. Our next live stream broadcast will be in 3 weeks. Royals on the road the next 2 weeks at Woodridge next Friday night, and then at Tuslaw in 2 weeks. We'll be back here in 3 weeks' time when CVCA hosts Canton South for the final time, at least scheduled in a pack round robin. Once again, those games will not count as Principal's Athletic Conference games, but the Royals will play all 7 other pack schools this season for one final time. Here for one final time, it's 4th down and 10. It might as well be 4th and 30 with 1.4 seconds left. The Royals operate out of the shotgun. Levac is going to try and get to the near side and throw toward the end zone. He will throw to the corner. It's out of bounds and tipped, and that's going to do it on a first half that has been all Lake Catholic Cougars. Behind 2 long Frankie Trinetti touchdowns and a pair of short touchdown runs, the Cougars will go to the locker room at halftime, leading CVCA at Royal Stadium by a score of 26-0. You're watching CVCA Royals football on CVCA live stream. Now, with the score 26-0 at halftime, we're going to pause for this message from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. Halftime here at Royal Stadium, and the Lake Catholic Cougars are all over CVCA, 26-0. Always good to see that promo from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy, and we're excited to introduce you to our school. There are so many ways our mission of educating and cultivating servants for Christ is carried out on a daily basis. Be sure to join us for our fall admissions events to learn more about our middle school and our high school. The fall open house is scheduled for October 24th. Mark that down on your calendars. Look for more details on how to sign up soon by visiting our website at cvcaroyals.org/admissions. Once again, that's cvcaroyals.org/admissions. And now we are being entertained by the Lake Catholic Cougar High School Marching Band. We're going to let you enjoy some of their performance here at Royal Stadium halftime. CVCA trailing 26-0.
All right. The next piece calls out the world of water in our emotional expressions. Featuring our flag corps, dance team, and majorettes, this is the 2022 By the Weekend. Save your tears.
Welcome back to Royal Stadium. You are enjoying the halftime festivities. The Lake Catholic Cougar Marching Band. The Cougars up by a score of 26-0. And we'll take a look at some of the out-of-town scores of interest here tonight. And non-conference matchups, Dover leading Canton South 10-3 at halftime. Fairless 21, no score for Tusky Valley. It's actually a 7. It's not appearing on the out-of-town scoreboard. Apologies for that. 21-7. Fairless looking to go 2-0 on the season. Northwest playing without their top player, apparently, after injuring himself last week, leading Marlington 14-7 at the half. Orville had a big win last week at Worcester. They beat up the Worcester Generals, but they trail in the first quarter tonight. West Holmes leading them 14-7, that game being played at Orville. Triway and Carrollton, no score reported early in the first quarter. And West Branch all over Woodbridge, which is the opponent CVCA will face next week, 39-7, late second quarter. They've already gone to a running clock there. So the Royals taking it on the chin tonight. Tough loss last week. It should be a little bit easier going next week. No guarantee of a win. Any week it can be different on a Friday night, but Woodbridge certainly not Lake Catholic. And Woodbridge trailing 39-7 this evening. Here once again the score. The score, Lake Catholic 26, CVCA nothing. We mentioned before the CVCA marching band has returned after a 2-year hiatus. And so we're looking forward to some of their performance here at halftime shortly as well. We'll take a moment now to go over some of the CVCA athletic highlights of the first part of the school year. Boys soccer team has started the season 2-1. CVCA dropped the season opener at home to Walsh on August the 20th by a score of 3-0, but the Royals have rebounded with a pair of shutouts, defeating Brecksville, Broadview Heights, and Kenston by identical 1-0 scores. Danny Suarez and Ben Reski have the two Royals goals on the season, both game winners against the Bees from Brecksville, easy for me to say. I struggle over that every single time I try and say it. Brecksville, Broadview Heights, and Kenston the Bombers. Girls soccer 3-1 on the young season. The Lady Royals also dropped their home opener against Copley 2-1, but they've been enjoying life on the road with 3 straight wins, 1-0 over Gilmore, an exciting 4-3 come from behind victory with 3 goals in the last 20 minutes against Alliance, and their first ever North Coast Conference victory 3-1 over the Lake Catholic Cougars this past Wednesday. Chloe Kraslak and Sam Anderson have both had 3 goals in the first 4 games this season. Girls tennis team has been really busy, winning their first 6 matches of the season before falling 6-1, or 2-6-1 rather, with a loss on Wednesday against NDCL at home. But first, they had 6 straight wins and recorded victories against Chagrin Falls, Geneva, Hudson, Elyria Catholic, and Laurel to start the year. The guy skipped over Revere. So Chagrin Falls, Geneva, Revere, Hudson, Elyria Catholic, and Laurel all falling to the CVCA girls tennis program. Both the boys and girls cross-country teams opened the season last weekend. Boys competed in the annual Billy Goat Challenge. Yes, that's right, the Billy Goat Challenge on the outskirts of Youngstown, and they finished 3rd, led by Will Hyatt and Robbie Aikens. The girls bust up to Kenston, and they won the Frank Gibbous Invitational. CVCA placed 5 girls among the top 10 runners and 7 in the top 10. We'll pause right now as the CVCA Royals cheerleaders have taken the field, and they'll have a nice performance here that we'll let you watch and take it as well. The CVCA Royals cheerleading squad with their first performance at halftime of 2024. Up next, for the first time in a couple of seasons, is the CVCA Royals Marching Band. And as they take the field, we'll finish up with the CVCA athletic highlights, and then we'll give you a chance to watch the band's first performance in a couple of seasons. Mentioned the girls bust up to Kenston in the cross country. They won the Frank Gibbous Invitational, placing 5 girls in the top 10 and 7 in the top 15. Girls volleyball is 5-2 after 7 matches. They defeated Stowe 3-1 last Saturday, fell to 2-time defending state champions, or the 2-time defending state champions from Lake Catholic 3-1, but did take the first set from the Cougars. That is quite an accomplishment for the Royals girls volleyball team, as Lake Catholic has won 2 straight state championships. And then last night, an exciting long match at home. They won 3-0, but they were all within about 2 points against Holy Name for their 5th win on the season. Boys golf started the season on August 2nd. They have 6 wins in head-to-head competition. CVCA has also competed in 3 tournaments as August comes to a close. Finally, girls golf has been strong in August as well, finishing 5-0 in head-to-head competitions and posted a 4th place finish at the Ladies Spartan Invitational to start the season. Ladies and gentlemen, the CVCA Royals Marching Band.
In 1967, the band, the Turtles, released a song that would mend broken hearts for years to come. It's been far too long since the band, the football team, the cheerleaders, and the fans have all come together for a season. But now we're here, and aren't we happy together?
It's halftime at Royals Stadium, and the Lake Catholic Cougars lead the CVCA Royals 26-0. CVCA Marching Band with their first performance in a couple of seasons back on the field, and hope you've enjoyed some of their work tonight here at halftime at Royals Stadium. Now we'll take a look at Royals at the next level. The CVCA 2019 graduate Trey Tucker has had an outstanding preseason in his second year with the Las Vegas Raiders. He had 5 catches for 139 yards in parts of 3 preseason games, including a long catch of 48 yards as he seeks a breakout sophomore campaign in the NFL. The Raiders open the NFL season at the Chargers on September 6th. At the college level, the Division III level, the Wheaton Thunder start the season ranked number 9 in the D3Football.com poll, and they travel to Wisconsin Oshkosh to open the season on September 7th. Former CVCA offensive lineman J.T. Nichols is starting his senior season with the Thunder, and for those of you from Lake Catholic listening, Frankie Trinetti's mom was J.T. Nichols' first-grade teacher at Roxbury Elementary School in Solon, Ohio. So a little bit of a connection between the Trinettis and former CVCA Royals lineman J.T. Nichols. A trio of former Royals will be suiting up for Mount Union this year. When Bluffton University announced it was merging with the University of Findlay, 2020 CVCA graduate Andre Price Jr. headed to Alliance, where he hopes to be in the receiver rotation for the Purple Raiders this coming season. And Mount Union is also home to 2024 CVCA graduates Logan Scranton, the leading rusher on last year's Royals football team, as well as 2023 All-State linebacker Ricky Levac, the older brother of current CVCA quarterback Charlie Levac. Mount Union opens the season ranked number 2 in the preseason polls. Actually, I think they're number 5. Check that. In the preseason polls, they open up next Saturday at Ferrum. Elsewhere in the OAC, CVCA 2022 graduate Brandon Riley will be starting his junior year with the Marietta Pioneers next week. The Pioneers open the season on the road at St. John Fisher University in Rochester, New York. 2 former Royals are members of the Worcester Scots of the North Coast Athletic Conference. 22 graduate Jordan Lewis is looking for a big junior year at wide receiver after hauling in 14 catches and 3 touchdowns a year ago. 2023 graduate Dylan Byers is also a member of the Scots, who start their season on September 7th hosting Wilmington. Speaking of Jordan Lewis, his older brother David is playing semi-pro football up in a Canadian league out in the Western Provinces. Finally, former Royals wide receiver James Tasello's collegiate journey has taken him to Lindsey Wilson College in Columbia, Kentucky. After spending a year out west at Rocky Mountain College in Billings, Montana, Tasello will suit up this season, his sophomore year, for the Blue Raiders of the NAIA's Mid-South Conference. The 2020 national champions opened their season last night in Texas, where the Blue Raiders lost to Texas Wesleyan 34-24 to fall to 0-1. And that brings us to our featured section that we have every single week on CVCA Livestream. This day in Royals history. Tonight's game is being played on August 30th. And the Royals are 2-1 prior to today on this day in Royals history. The Royals defeated Woodridge 7-0 in 2002 and lost to the Bulldogs 17-6 in 2013. But tonight we're going to look back at the game on this day in Royals history in 2019 between CVCA and Villa Angela St. Joseph. Senior running back Shane Douglas rushed for 176 yards and 3 touchdowns on 25 carries in the Royals' season-opening 28-25 victory over VASJ in a game played at Euclid's Sparky DiBiasio Stadium. The Royals took a quick 7-0 lead in the first drive of the game that was capped by Douglas' 2-yard touchdown run. The Royals running back scored again to give the Royals a 14-0 lead early in the second quarter on a 4-yard touchdown run, which capped off their second drive of the game. CVCA was dominating early, but VASJ cut the deficit to 14-6 later in the second quarter on a 70-yard interception return for a touchdown. Halftime lead was preserved when sophomore linebacker Noah Atwood, playing with a cast on one hand, intercepted a pass in the end zone, and the second quarter came to a close as the clock expired, Royals leading 14-6. But on the first play of scrimmage from the third quarter, VASJ scored to close to 14-12 on a 65-yard touchdown run. The Royals and Douglas responsored again. They answered right away. It was 21-12 when Douglas rumbled 71 yards for his 3rd touchdown of the night. But the Vikings fought back again. They closed to within 2 points at 21-19 on a 24-yard touchdown pass early in the fourth quarter. But that's when the junior quarterback Michael Bevington went to work and sealed the deal for CVCA with an 11-yard touchdown run to put the Royals up by 9, 28-19. The Vikings hit a 30-yard touchdown pass to trim the lead to 28-25 midway through the the final quarter, 5:35 remaining. But that was as close as they would get. The Royals held the ball till there was only 30 seconds left, and then Bryce Keitlinger pinned the Vikings inside their 10 on a punt. Seconds later, CVCA was celebrating a season-opening victory, 28-25, on this day in Royals history, August 30th, 2019. Here in 2024, it's not going nearly as well for the Royals. The Lake Catholic Cougars leading CVCA 26-0 at the half. The teams have returned to the field, and the highlights, which we may not have time for, we'll get to them at the end of the game. All Lake Catholic in that first half. The Royals will receive the second half kickoff. And we'll see if they can muster up something on a drive. While we get ready for the second half, perhaps we have some halftime stats. We'll try and get those on the screen for you. In that first half, though, Frankie Trinetti put on a show. He and Ace Peterlin combined for 2 long touchdown passes, and you see that in the passing yards. 202 passing yards for Lake Catholic, 250 total yards unofficially, 48 yards on the ground for the Cougars. 4 penalties for 45 yards. CVCA, 93 yards rushing. The passing game, though, just 13 yards and 3 interceptions for Charlie Levac. 2 penalties for 15 yards, 106 total yards And they put another couple of minutes on the clock here at halftime, but that's the score as we look to start the third quarter. Lake Catholic leading CVCA 26-0. So the scoring in the first half, Lake Catholic went down the field on their first possession, and they capped off a long drive. With a 3-yard touchdown run by Jimmy Gibbons. CVCA drove the majority of the length of the field on their first drive, but came up short on a 4th down and 1 by about 2 inches on the 12-yard line, turning the ball over on downs. The Cougars went 3 and out, and it looked like the Royals had scored when Draylon Price got into pressure Trinetti, who fumbled the ball. The Royals picked it up and took the ball into the end zone, but the referee ruled it an incomplete pass. Replay showed that was a questionable call. Royals could have used that break, but they didn't get it. They did force a 3 and out, but on their first offensive play of the following drive, the first of 3 interceptions from Charlie Levac tonight, and Lake Catholic scored on the very next play, the first long touchdown pass, 58 yards from Trinetti to Peterlin. On the next Lake Catholic drive, which followed another CVCA turnover, they drove down the field and got a 1-yard touchdown run from George Sepeggi, who was under center and kept it himself. And then the final touchdown of the first half for the Cougars, the CVCA defensive back fell down, and Trinetti and Peterlin hooked up on a 71-yard touchdown toss, perhaps the easiest touchdown they may have all season, to make it 26-0. The only thing that went wrong for the Cougars in the first half was a couple of missed PAT attempts. One, a bobbled snap in the first attempt for an extra point by place kicker Harley Forkins, and then when they went for 2 in the second one, it was intercepted in the end zone. Here, Forkins is back out, and we are set to start second half action. Back deep to receive for CVCA is Joey Kopech and Zach Anderson, although Ryan Weehee has returned all 3 kickoffs that have been returnable tonight. Forkins does have 1 touchback so far. Third quarter set to begin from Royal Stadium. It's Lake Catholic 26, CVCA nothing. Forkins runs up to the ball, and this is another long kick into the end zone and out of the end zone. What a weapon. The Cougars are loaded at every single position, and Forkins with a touchback. Royals will take over first down and 10 from their own 20. In the pregame, we talked about Lake Catholic being loaded this year. Cross Nemo headed to the University of Minnesota. 6'5", 230-pound tight end. Also excellent on defensive from his defensive end spot. Ace Peterlin breaking records from Joe Juravicius. Some of their linemen getting looks from high-level Division I MAC schools. And now Forkins with a pair of touchbacks. Royals first down and 10 from their 20. Levac out of the shotgun for CVCA to start the second half. He'll hand off. Lake Catholic penetrates the backfield, and the Royals lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play. Joey Kopech, no gain. Pete Malcheski in there on the tackle for Lake Catholic. 2nd and 10 for CVCA from their own 20-yard line. Royals send a single receiver to the near side. Couple of options in the backfield. And Levac's going to carry it himself. Jukes, but he's going to get caught from behind. A short gain. Flag is down, though. We'll wait to see what the call is. It may be a face mask, the way the flag came in from the near side. The referee's converging as we await the call. It is a personal foul, face mask. So we'll see where they spot the ball from. The end of the run or the original line of scrimmage. And it is the end of the run. So it's a 1-yard gain for Levac and then a 15-yard penalty against Lake Catholic. So the Royals get first down and 10 at the 36-yard line. Pitch play, Kopech looking for room, cuts back to the inside, across the 40 to the 41, maybe the 42-yard line. That's what he'll get. And he'll pick up 6 yards, 2nd down and 4 coming up for the Royals.
Brought down by number 8, senior Jason Cummings.
They do move it back a yard, so 2nd and 5, 5 yards officially on that gain for Kopech. Kopech gets it again. This time he's met at the line of scrimmage. And Lake Catholic pinning their ears back right now on the Royals. No gain. Now they'll give him 1. 3rd down and 4.
Brought down by King Boyce, number 22 for the Cougars.
CVCA's first drive of the second half, trailing 26-0. They moved the ball effectively on their first drive of the game. We'll see if they can convert on 3rd and 4 here. First down. Kopech to the 49-yard line, almost to midfield.
On the carry for the Royals, number 34.
Check that, it's Tommy Kopech. I've got the wrong Kopech. Tommy Kopech in the backfield on that first down carry.
First down.
1st and 10 from the 49-yard line for CVCA. Pitch to the right side. This time it's Joey Kopech, and he's going to be strung out. And he'll be tackled for loss by a host of Lake Catholic Cougars. It's a pride of Lions. I'm not sure if it's a pride of Cougars. It's probably not. But they were all there. Kopech will lose 5 yards, -5 for Joey Kopech for 2nd down and 15 here. CVCA live stream coverage being brought to you tonight through the volunteer efforts of Chad Darr, our director, the new stats feature, Sean Mosher, and we've got Eli Keeler on camera for the first time tonight. You're watching the outstanding efforts of a 6th grade student tonight on camera. Long pass play. The Royals looking for an opportunity, and that was almost intercepted again on 2nd and 15. Out in coverage for Lake Catholic was number 14, Pete Malcheski. So 3rd down and long for the Royals. 3rd and 15. They need to get all the way down to the Lake Catholic 41-yard line to keep this drive going. 8:44 to go here. 3rd quarter. Neither team is, check that, Lake Catholic has punted 1 time. The Royals have not yet punted. Fortunately, 3 drives have ended on turnovers and 1 drive on downs. The other drive ended with a heave to the end zone at the half. So the Royals in a tight formation on 3rd and 15. They're going to run it and take it conservative. They've got some yardage, and so they'll maybe think about it here on 4th down. A big gain across the 45-yard line down to almost the 44-yard line of the Cougars. It's a pickup of 11 yards for Joey Kopech. Now they'll mark it back a yard. No, it is 11. Down to the 45-yard line. So at 4th down and 4, down 4 scores. What have they got to lose? The Royals keep the offense on the field, and Charlie Levac heads back out to the huddle to let his teammate know what the play call is. He'll operate from under center. Dive up the middle, and it's going to be enough for a first down, I believe, for the Royals. It'll be close, depending on the spot. As they unpile the bodies. It's Kopech, and it is a first down. So the Royals, on 2 running plays, convert and move the sticks after 3rd down and 15. The drive will continue. First and 10 from the 41-yard line. Levac under center again, single back in the backfield. He's going to get it again on a dive up the middle across the 40 to the 39-yard line, a short gain of 2 yards. 2nd down and 8 for the Royals. Joey Kopech being the workhorse right here on this drive. Tackled that time by number 50 for Lake Catholic, Luke Joy. Ball's on the ground, and Levac quickly picks it up. Lake Catholic saying they have it. It looked like Levac was able to jump back on it. He did. So 3rd and long for the Royals once again. Dangerously close to the 4th turnover of the contest. The Royals looking up at every statistical category tonight, including turnovers. 3, no takeaways. It's 3rd down and 8. Under center with a pair of options in the backfield. Kopech looking for a hole, cuts back, still going, and finally taken down as he lunges forward to about the 35-yard line. It'll be short of the first down, but again, you'd expect the Royals probably to go for it here on 4th and 4. A gain of 4 on that play. It was not Kopech. 20 and 23. Zach Anderson on that carry for CVCA. You just expect Joey Kopech to get it every time. So another big play here. 4th down and 4 for the Royals from the 35-yard line. A dive up the middle, and this one is going to be tough. Close to the first down. It looked like the left end may have jumped. No call, though. And so Kopech was hit about 1 yard and carried the pile forward for another 3. It is right on the 31-yard line. And it is a first down for CVCA. So another conversion. He needed 4, he got 4. Royals have used up half of this 3rd quarter. See if they can capitalize on a drive that continues from the 31-yard line. Kopech, sweep right, in trouble. And he's going to be taken down for a loss. The speed of the linebacker core for the Lake Catholic Cougars. Radigan, number 15 in there on the tackle. A loss of 4 for Kopech, 2nd and 14. Radigan came untouched and was able to haul down the CVCA junior. Once again, CVCA live stream will be back in 3 weeks. The Royals on the road the next 2 weeks when Canton South visits Royal Stadium. Here it's 2nd down at 14 for the Royals. And we have whistles that have blown. And a timeout for CVCA. Timeout Royals.
Royal fans, we'd like to thank our friends at Wing Warehouse for providing the power meal for our boys this week.
And so as we have a timeout right here, we're going to see if we can talk about the Power Meal program once again here in the 3rd quarter. The Royals on the road next week. And so Wing Warehouse was the Power Meal sponsor this week, but next week it'll be the Doodle Drive-In. And there they are, the Doodle Drive-In. Just down the road from CVCA at 350 East Steeles Corners Road. Enjoy good food, good times, and best friends at Doodle. They're on a mission to bring people together through the love of food, community, and animals. Open every day 10 a.m. and open till 9 o'clock, or rather open every day at 10 p.m. and open till 9 from Monday through Thursday to 10 o'clock Friday and Saturday until 8 p.m. on Sunday. Tomorrow, it's Basset Hound Day. Bring your Basset Hound to the Patio. That's right, the Patio. Come between 2 and 4 o'clock to the Doodle Drive-In. Here, go back to the action. It's 2nd down and 14 for the Royals. Reverse play for CVCA, and Lake Catholic was not fooled whatsoever on the counter. Zach Anderson picked up 2 yards, but it's 3rd down and long. So we thank the Doodle Drive-In for their participation in the Royals Power Meal program. Get on down there this weekend. If you've got a Basset Hound, get on down there at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon for Basset Hound Day. 3rd down and long for CVCA once again. They were able to convert after a 3rd and 15 on the last series. Levac will roll under pressure, escapes 1, pointing downfield. Now he's going to try and keep, and he's going to be chased and ushered out of bounds. Once again, the Royals will face 4th down. Levac was able to pick up about 5 yards. We'll see We'll give them 5. 4th down and 8. It's been 4th and 4 the last couple times. Here it's 4th and 8. So from the 29, this drive now is 6 minutes and, no, my math is bad. 7 minutes and 45 seconds so far off the clock in this third quarter. Royals will need 8 yards to keep it going. They need to get down to the 21. Levac rolls to his left, looks and throws, and it's his 4th interception of the game. Peterlin, his 3rd pickoff, a return across the 45, still going and finally taken down. The nightmarish night of Charlie Levac against the Lake Catholic Cougars continues. After 7 minutes and 59 seconds of holding the ball, the Cougars come up with it once again. We'll watch the replay right here. Levac rolled to his left, and that ball had no chance. So the Cougars up 26-0, and after the interception, will take over 1st down and 10 from their own 46-yard line. The first time Peterlin picked one off. They went long on the very next play, and Trinetti and Peterlin hooked up on a 58-yard touchdown pass. This time, they'll be 54 yards away from the end zone. Once play resumes, we go scrambling to the Lake Catholic record book with Peterlin, his 3rd interception of the game. That's got to get him close to some type of Lake Catholic record. We'll see if we can look that up once we get another break in the action. Here, though, 1st and 10 Cougars for the first time in the second half. Frankie Trinetti takes over, 4:01 to go in the third quarter. And they'll hand off. Boys tiptoes across midfield. He'll pick up 5 yards, 2nd down and 5 for the Cougars. Check that. It was Michael Valentino on the carry, number 24. Boys wears number 22. 5 yards still to pick up. So 2nd and 5 for the Cougars. They moved into Royals territory at the 49-yard line. Valentino again, sweep to the left side, and the Royals defense pursuit is strong that time. He's taken down. He'll lose 2 yards. Here's the replay as we watch it again. On the backside. Tommy Kopech on the tackle. Draylon Price was chasing him down from the backside. 3rd down and 6. Make it 3rd and 7. We'll see if the Royals can force a punt. Out of the shotgun. Trinetti will look to pass. Lofts it near side and incomplete. He had a man out there, but that was a fluttering ball. He was looking for the man of the night. There was Patrick Radigan. I thought it was Peterlin again. Radigan, the intended receiver, so incomplete. 4th down. The Royals get a stop. And Lake Catholic will be forced to punt. Radigan is the punter, so he goes back into punting formation. Kyron Fikes back to return for CVCA. He'll stand at his own 18-yard line. Radigan clean snap, gets the kick off. It's a wobbly kick, and it's going to be a good one. That's going to roll all the way down inside the 10-yard line, inside, now down to the 5-yard line, and that's where the Royals will be pinned deep. 1st down and 10, CVCA with 2:21 to go. They hold the Cougars off the board for the moment, but they've got a long field in front of them, trailing 26-0. Once again, next week, the Royals on the road, a short trip to Woodridge. It's the first trip to Woodridge in a number of years. There was supposed to be an away game 2 years ago at Woodridge, but they were replacing their field at that time, so that game was played here. So the Royals have not played at Woodridge. Frankly, I can't remember the last time they played at Woodridge. But they will next week, and then 2 weeks from now, they will be on the road at Tuslaw before they return back here in 3 weeks. 1st and 10 Royals from their own 5-yard line. Fake pass, and then Levac keeps it, and it'll lose a couple yards back down to the 3. 2nd down and 12. 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. A rough night for the Royals. There have not been many nights like this here at Royal Stadium, but Lake Catholic, very, very strong. A state championship contender. We'll see how the rest of their season progresses, but Lake Catholic has their first, well, they're on the road next week again in Erie, Pennsylvania. Now that's the JV team. They're home next week. Long pass and touchdown, Lake Catholic. The 5th interception of the night. They'll never be an easier one. A touchdown for Radigan, who took the pass from the Royals' Charlie Levac, his 5th interception of the evening. And he walked into the end zone. Officially a 3-yard interception return for a touchdown. And the Cougars, Patrick Radigan, puts them up 32-0. And with that touchdown, it is now more than a 30-point difference, and we've gone to a running clock. So Harley Forkins is out to kick the extra point. So he awaits the snap. It's down, and he boots it right through the uprights. And so we've got 26.8 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. The score is Lake Catholic 33, CVCA nothing. So we're going through the Lake Catholic schedule a moment ago. And next week, these Cougars they will be at home finally. After the first 2 weeks on the road, they'll take on the Erie, Pennsylvania Royals. And they'll be the first of 3 straight home games for the Cougars. After that, week 4, they've got the Willoughby South Rebels, and then a big game with the Kenston Bombers, all at Jerome T. Osborne Stadium, the JTO as they affectionately call it up in Mentor. And then they'll be on the road at Holy Name in week 6, Padua at home week 7, Elyria Catholic at home week 8, Canton Central Catholic week 9, and they'll wrap up the season on the road at NDCL in week 10. And then the question will be, can they stay healthy throughout the entire season, and what type of run can they make in the playoffs at the end of the year? The Royals got a quarter ahead of them tonight. See if they can do something positive. And the schedule should lighten up a bit next week with Woodridge and then Tuslaw after that. Canton South in week 5, but certainly pretty much a night where anything that could go wrong has gone wrong for CVCA and quarterback Charlie Levac. It's been a tough one. The kickoff again booted, and this one may be returnable or not. Back into the end zone, another touchback. And with the running clock in play, that's going to do it on the 3rd quarter. So just one score in that 3rd quarter right at the end. An interception return for a touchdown, 3 yards for Patrick Radigan. And the Cougars lead at the end of 3 by a score of 33-0. So we've reached the 3rd quarter break, and we want to remind you once again about an opportunity to support CVCA live stream. As we told you about earlier tonight, we appreciate that you're watching tonight. We especially appreciate if you're still watching at 33-0. and for tuning in for the past 4 years. We are excited to embark on what is our 5th season of CVCA Livestream, professional production with 100% volunteer staffing. CVCA Livestream began as an idea about how to get CVCA sporting events into your living room during COVID. We've done about 150 broadcasts ever since. It's been fully volunteer from the start, but there's a budget of about $5,000 a year to make this happen, fully absorbed by the folks that are putting on this production. We haven't taken a dime, but for the first time, we're asking you to support CVCA Livestream by giving directly to support our broadcast through CVCA's giving interface. Go to the website on the screen or click the QR code and reference CVCA Livestream in the comments section when you give. Thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting CVCA Livestream. Back to live action. The Royals run a play here, and they get a 10-yard carry. A 10-yard carry to start the fourth quarter from Joey Kopech. 1st and 10, CVCA. So a good first down play that time for Kopech. We'll see if the Cougars, up 33-0 with a running clock, decide to put in some of the reserves. Another good run across the 35 to the 36-yard line, a pickup of 6. And they start, well, actually Carter Jacobs on the tackle. He's been in. Second and 4 for CVCA. Royals run it again, and another nice run. Another pickup of 7 yards. It's Zach Anderson on the carry. So 1st and 10 for CVCA again from the 43-yard line. After the 7-yard gain, they'll pass again. Levac throws, and this is complete. First down yardage for the Royals across the 40, down to close to the 35-yard line. Tommy Kopech on the reception. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 39-yard line. So it's a pickup of 18 yards on the pass play. 1st and 10 for the Royals, as you watch the replay right there. Cougars showing blitz. The Royals will counter with a dive up the middle, a short gain, as Levac runs to the sideline to get the next play. Ryan Weehee shuttling in. It's a 1-yard gain for Joey Kopech on the play. Tackle made by Carter Jacobs from the Cougars that time. 2nd and 9. We wind down to 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. CVCA looking to try and break the scoreless drought. Levac looks to throw. This was caught across the 30 down to the 25-yard line. 14-yard pickup. Ryan Weehee on the catch for CVCA. Wipe the play off, though. It's a penalty for holding against CVCA, and they're going to mark 10 yards off against the Royals. And so instead of a 14-yard gain, they'll wind the clock again, and the Royals will have to set up with 2nd down and 19, I believe. And that is what the yardage marker says. 2nd and 19 from their own 48-yard line. Clock winds down to 8 minutes to go. Lake Catholic trying to preserve the shutout. It would be their 2nd in a row. Showing blitz once again, and all over Levac right away. He's going to tuck it and run out of bounds at the 45-yard line. A quick gain of 3 yards. Levac barely had the ball in his hands, and he had a pair of Cougars in his face So 3rd and 16 for CVCA. Royals will look to pass on 3rd and long. Levac with a man on his face, and he's going to be wiggling out of one, running backwards, throws, and caught. Down to the 27-yard line. It's going to be close to a first down. And it will be a first down. Ryan Weehee on the catch. 18 yards in the pickup from Levac to Weehee. And so the drive continues down to the 28-yard line. Six and a half to go in the 4th quarter. Run to the near side. Another good gain for CVCA. Out of bounds is Kopech. Joey on the carry.
Joey Kopech on the carry to the Royals.
And they'll give him 7 yards, make that 8 yards on the carry. 2nd down and 2. Royals in the red zone for the 2nd time tonight. 2nd and 2 from the 19-yard line. Levac under center. Rolls to his left. He's got a man open in the end zone. Throws, and flag is down. Is the ball caught? Yes, it is. Touchdown, CVCA. A 19-yard touchdown pass for Charlie Levac. And that has to feel at least somewhat rewarding after the night that he has had. And I believe it was thrown to number 13, Braden Harris, who jumped over the defender. George Sapeggi was there in coverage. But Harris came down with it. His 2nd touchdown catch of the season, 19 yards. And the Royals are on the board, and the shutout is averted. First touchdown given up by the Lake Catholic defense this season. Snap is down and the kick is up, and it is good for CVCA's Calvin Warren. 5:44 to go in the 4th quarter, and the Royals are on the board. Lake Catholic 33, CVCA 7, a 19-yard touchdown pass from Levac to Braden Harris, his 2nd touchdown reception of the season. And the fans here on the home side finally have something to cheer about here at Royals Stadium. And for the first time this year, CVCA's cheerleading squad with the leg kicks. Only 7, but at least it's something. 33-7, and with that, the Royals' deficit now is 26 points once again, and will revert to normal time and clock scoring, so no more running clock. The deficit now back under 30 points. Calvin Warren will step back out to kick off. And the Cougars only have one man back there, looking like they're expecting an onside kick from CVCA, down 4 scores with 5:45 to go. On a hot, muggy night, the Royals get on the board here at Royals Stadium. Warren steps up, feigns that onside kick, which is something the Royals traditionally do. But Lake Catholic still not fooled. They've got 10 men within 8 yards, and they drop 1 back. And now they drop back into normal fielding position. It's pooched and caught and immediately down by one of the Lake Catholic upmen. The Cougars will take over. Number 83, Quinn Stayer on the kickoff reception. Well, not much of a return right there, a return of 0. And the Cougars will come back on the field after giving up their first defensive score of the season 19-yard touchdown pass from Levac to Braden Harris. So we look back out on the field. Cougars see if Trinetti's night is done or if he's still out there. They're going to run it, and it is some of the reserves. Oh, what a hit! It's still football, ladies and gentlemen, and Nick Schober laid the wood on number 20, Tyler Rybar.
Number 5 for the Royals, Nick Schober.
Rybar will gain 4 yards, and he'll have a story to tell tonight about the licking he took, and he got right back up. 2nd down and 6. So it looks like the reserves are now in for the Cougars. Try and get a name on the quarterback. Rybar will get it again on the, actually the quarterback will keep it, and that quarterback looks like it's Sebeji. Number 3. Charlie Spees was listed on the 2 deep. Flag is down though, so that play is going to come off the board. It's a hold against Lake Catholic. So they'll march off 10 yards against the Cougars as a penalty. And it'll be 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 17 coming up for Lake Catholic. They rewind the clock. Under 5 minutes now, 4:50 to go in the contest. The Cougars leading 33-7. Speggi in at quarterback. He had a 1-yard rushing touchdown in the 2nd quarter. It was the 2nd score of the night for the Cougars. Came in for a play and got his name in the record book. High snap. He's going to keep it and go left. Still going, and then grabbed by one of the Royals defenders and taken down on the 34-yard line. 5-yard gain for Speggi. It's 3rd down and 12. And we have a stoppage for an injury timeout. It is a hot, muggy night, and this looks like it could be the first cramping situation of the evening with just 4 minutes to go, 4:06 to go in the 4th quarter. Let's see a moment to Chad. Chad, I don't think we did the end of 3rd quarter stats. You want to just throw those stats up? We'll take a look at them here as we approach the end of the 4th quarter. And there they are. For a moment, there they were. And then they come back up again. So the total yards actually surprisingly not too different tonight, 256 to 228. The Royals with a decent night rushing on the ground, 160 yards. The passing of Lake Catholic, 202 yards. But the big difference tonight, the 5 interceptions, the 5 turnovers by CVCA. You don't win many games when you are -5 in the turnover column, and that's what the Royals are tonight. Here, 3rd down. And 12. Out of the shotgun is Speggi. They need the 46-yard line for the first. We should mention the play clocks have been off for the better part of this half, so apologies we don't have the play clock on the scoreboard or the scoreboard on the screen. Speggi runs to his right, gets hauled down, and the Cougars will be forced to punt after a short 2-yard, they get a 1-yard gain. Asa Boyd in there on defense for the Royals now, and he gets his name in the scorebook with a tackle. 4th and 11. And so Patrick Radigan back out to punt. Kyron Fikes back deep for CVCA. So the clock winds down to 3 minutes to go. Good snap. Radigan gets the punt off. It's a high wobbling kick. It's going to bounce. And it's the 6th turnover of the night as Kyron Fikes tried to field it. It bounced right off of him. And Lake Catholic recovers. Number 26 on the recovery. That's Davey Ricketts. And the 6th turnover of the night for CVCA. So Lake Catholic back in business in the red zone. 1st down and 10 from their 19-yard line. It will be a rough Saturday morning and Monday afternoon in the film room for CVCA with 6 turnovers. They will have to build on this. And Lake Catholic, see if they can put some icing on the cake tonight, leading 33-7. Out of the shotgun, Sepeggi waiting, using up almost all the play clock. He'll hand off. Lake Catholic sweeps to the left. Not much going there. Number 3 on the carry. That's Charlie Spees. Check that, it's George Sepeggi. He'll lose 1. 2nd down and 11. So the Cougars are going to go to 2-0 with a convincing win tonight here at Royals Stadium. The teams will meet up once again next year up at the JTO in Mentor. Week 6 of the 2025 season is on the docket for the next meeting. They'll also go to 2-0 all-time against CVCA, the last meeting in 2020. Much more competitive than it was tonight. On 2nd and 11, handoff is to the right side, and it's a sweep. And down inside the 10-yard line goes Sepeggi. So Sepeggi playing running back, and it is Spees in at quarterback now, 2 and 3. So Sepeggi on 2nd and 11. Picks up 10, so it's 3rd down and 1. Down to the final 90 seconds. Lake Catholic at the 10-yard line, 3rd and 1. They'll snap the ball with 1:10. And the Royals bottle up that play. High snap. Sepeggi didn't have much to do there. He might lose a yard. 4th down and 2. After a loss of 1. Under a minute to go. No sign of Harley Forkins, the place kicker. Lake Catholic only needs to snap it one more time before they get on the buses and head back up to Mentor. With a 2-0 record, CVCA will fall to 0-2, and they'll face Woodridge next week at Woodridge High School, Friday night at 7 o'clock. Final 30 seconds. Spees in the shotgun on 4th down and 2. High snap again, a sweep, and the Royals had a man for a moment. Now he reverses the field, and he's going to head toward the end zone. Can he be stopped? He will be at the 1-yard line, and the clock will stop after the 1st down with 10.4 seconds to go. It was Tyler Harbar. Zach Anderson prevented the touchdown. They wind the clock, and that is going to do it from Royal Stadium. The final score tonight, Lake Catholic 33 and CVCA 7. On a night where Frankie Trinetti became the all-time leading passing touchdown player in the history of Lake Catholic football, the Lake Catholic Cougars dominate the Royals by a score of 33-7. CVCA did get on the board late in the 4th quarter on a 19-yard touchdown pass from Charlie Levac to Braden Harris, but too late for the Royals. And they go down to defeat for the second time this season. We'll take a look at the final stats if we have them. Actually, first we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. So let's take a look at that, Chad. And there we have it. It's gone final Dover with a big win over Canton South. That's CVCA's Week 5 opponent. So again, as we mentioned, a tough night tonight for the Royals, a tough first 2 weeks for CVCA. But the Royals hopefully will have a little bit easier path going forward. And that'll start next week at Woodridge. Woodridge lost big, or is losing big, 52-7 tonight to West Branch. We'll try and get an updated score on that Fairless score, and it is 28-14 in the fourth quarter. Again, apologies, the 14 not showing up here. Northwest was leading at halftime. That's the last score we had, 14-7. No further update on that one. Orville, who was down early, came back and is leading at the half. Again, no further update since then. And Triway over Carrollton, 12-0 in the second quarter. That game also with no updates since that time. So next week, CVC on the road at Woodridge. Woodridge will also be 0-2, and the Royals will have a chance to get their first victory of the season. Got those final stats? Here they come. 33-7. Royals on the wrong side of the equation pretty much everywhere. Did get 160 yards rushing tonight, so that is something to build on. 68 yards passing, but those 6 turnovers for CVCA, 5 interceptions, and a fumble on the final punt that Lake Catholic had to none. That is one of the most lopsided turnover records, perhaps in CVCA Royals history. The Cougars were penalized 6 times, 65 yards. CVCA 3 times, 25 yards. But Lake Catholic got on top early and scored early and often, en route to a 33-7 victory. Let's see if we have some highlights. Chad Darr's got some ready to go, perhaps. And we'll see if we can fire up here for you before we head off the air. As the teams congregated quickly at midfield, the Royals getting some words of wisdom, perhaps, the coaching staff here at the end of the game. And we've got a whole slew of highlights ready to go. Chad's getting them ready. And here we go, finally. All right, early on in the contest, this is Trinetti. First touchdown of the game. Actually, that was early. A good defensive play by CVCA. This is the Gibbons touchdown. He spun around and fumbled the ball into the end zone. They got the benefit of the call right there. CVCA did recover it. Draylon Price in the end zone, but it was a touchdown. A rough night of Charlie Levac. But early he was on, and he had a good pass completion right there to Tommy Kopech. CVCA's first drive continued. A big fourth down conversion right there. On the second fourth down conversion, and this is where the game kind of turned. The Royals needed a yard. They got 34 inches right there. The measurement went against them. And things continue to go south. Here is the play where Frankie Trinetti dropped back and Draylon Price was in his face. And the referee called this a forward pass. As you look at it right here, Trinetti was retreating, and there's no way that was a forward pass. Royals recovered quickly and waltzed in the end zone with the referee signaling no good, incomplete pass. The Royals would have been on the board and would have potentially taken the lead right there. It was not meant to be. And here is the first interception off a tipped ball for Charlie Levac in the first quarter. Still a 6-0 game at this point, but on the very next play, Trinetti lofted it deep, and he found Peterlin uncovered in the end zone, or in the secondary, and he waltzed in the end zone. Ace Peterlin's first touchdown. This was the extra point play. The 2-point conversion was intercepted by CVCA. At that point, it was 12-0 Lake Catholic. Levac's rough night continued here on this pass play. As intercepted. And as they change fields, the first touchdown of the evening for George Cepeggi, who got in under center and muscled his way into the end zone. After the extra point, it was 19-0 Lake Catholic. Off the back foot, the third interception of the first half. And Lake Catholic was in business once again. Ace Peterlin again on the defensive takeaway. And then here, shortly thereafter, Peterlin went deep. And the Royals defender caught looking into the backfield and then fell down. And Peterlin had 20 yards on the Royals defense. That one set the record as Frankie Trinetti became the all-time leading passing touchdown quarterback in Lake Catholic history. Levac again, the nice throw to the far side, the completion. And then we go to second half or fourth quarter action. Good play right there by CVCA defender Wesley Keeler. And that's all we have for highlights. So, we got a few more. This may be another low light, I fear. And it was another interception at 26-0. The rough night for Charlie Levac continued, but the Royals did not quit, and that's one thing you can say for them. They mustered a drive here in the fourth quarter. Nice play to Tommy Kopech for a big gain of 18 yards. And right here, the 19-yard line, Levac found Braden Harris in the end zone, and Harris tracked the ball, hauled it in for a touchdown for the Royals, his second touchdown of the season, and that finished the scoring for CVCA. Final score, Lake Catholic 33, CVCA 7. We've got a broadcast coming up in 3 weeks. The Royals on the road next week at Woodridge, and the week after that at Tuslaw. We will be back here at Royal Stadium with the next CVCA live stream broadcast on the 20th of September. We hope you join us then. September 20th. We'll be on the air 10 minutes earlier as it's senior night for, I believe, the tennis program and a couple of the other programs. They split the senior nights here up into 2 different events. So we'll be on the air 10 minutes earlier, 6:30. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. The Royals hosting the Canton South Wildcats in week 5. And make sure you follow CVCA live stream on social media at CVCA live stream on X, on Twitter, and on Facebook. Make sure you subscribe to the CVCA live stream YouTube channel. You can find that at YouTube at CVCA live stream as well. We're almost at 500 subscribers, and we want to get to that 500 level in the next couple of weeks. So if you've not subscribed to CVCA live stream's YouTube channel, hop on and make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow us. It'll get you assured that you'll have updates coming up about future CVCA live stream coverage. That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. Next week, because we said the Royals go on the road for 2 weeks, Woodridge and then Tuslaw. We'll be back September 20th against Canton South. Before we go, some special shout-out to those who helped bring us the production. Thank you to Special Executive Consultant John Powell, to Kristen Nichols Photography, and special thanks to the Lake Catholic Gridiron Booster Club, Greg Smolik, Nora Moran, Ed Doherty, and Bill Tilton for their help in getting us ready for tonight's stream. We'd be remiss if we did not thank our amazing CVCA athletic staff, the best in the business, Athletic Director Dr. John Young, Associate Athletic Director Jason Herblay, and the best Sports Information Director out there in high school athletics, Ben Miller. For producer Chad Dar, for Sean Mosher on stats, for student cameraman Eli Keeler, who made his debut tonight, 6th grader Eli Keeler. Eli, I think you've got yourself a job. This is Tim Nichols. Once again, the final score tonight, Lake Catholic 33, CVCA 7. That's it. So long, everybody. Have a great weekend.